Okay, y'all, we're going to talk about science. We're going to talk about astrophysics specifically. This is something that only in recent years I've got really into, and it just fascinates me. Like, even on YouTube, I watch a few channels like Vsauce and Neil deGrasse Tyson's Star Talk, and um, so many other channels similar to that. I can't even pronounce the names. I think one of them sounds like number something, and another one is called like Vertasium or something. I don't even know. It's butchering these names. But so many of them I've watched over the years, and I like so many different concepts and the way they break it down using science, and especially Vsauce. Like, there's so many different episodes that are so epic. Like, what if every human being in the world jumped at the same time, and it's like a 15-minute video, and then the host, I think his name's Michael. He kind of breaks down through science how what would happen. Um, Short answer is nothing. Nothing substantial to death whatsoever. But the way he articulates it and he breaks it down using science terminologies and reasoning is just so fascinating to me. And one of the things that I always used to be fascinated about and still am is about like it's like gravity and dark matter and dark energy. These names that the scientists have given to dark energy and dark matter. And is it's so intriguing. It's so intriguing the fact that there's just so much that has not been discovered, but they're still establishing or they've established a baseline on how to look for it and gradually making progress in terms of being able to explain it to everybody else in the world. And through doing research in these things, quantum mechanics, quantum physics, that's how like we have the things like our smartphones and technology in general. It's just so cool. Stuff like that is just like I want to have a deeper understanding of that in the future. But in general, just watching it is is very fascinating to me. And yeah, just over the years, I've just been watching these people talk about these scientists, and so many topics are just so cool. Like the universe is forever expanding, and the speed of light, like 300 million plus miles per second, and black holes is like light can't even escape from it, like it will get sucked into it, and potentially there's like galaxies or other universes that may exist in the light hole itself, or like a wormhole might exist, and the concept of a wormhole as well as like a ripple in space, and it basically teleportation because you can get from one point to another point instantaneously, but then most likely the human body and human like crafts, aircrafts, would they even just survive that journey? And one thing that always stood out to me that was just insane is like when they say something is like, oh, it's 2 million light years away, like that distance is ridiculously insane. There's no words to describe that distance. First of all, I just always thought in my mind, like, even if we could travel, which we just cannot travel at that speed, 2 million years away. That's if you're going at that constant speed the whole journey. You just know. Well, this as human beings, we're not built for that. We're not built for that duration and probably the insanity of things you would like encounter on that journey. That would even have to, that would be have been a smooth journey all the way. Yeah, first, yeah. There's no point even me going into it, but that's always boggled my mind because like it's compounded by so many different factors. How insanely far that is. There's just so insanely far. I swear down, but yeah, stuff like that is just incredible to me. And also, I remember I think it was Neil deGrasse Tyson when I think he was being interviewed, and then they asked him about something, and then he replied like the kind of things that keep me up at night. I don't know if he described the four categories, but I don't know if it was only one category that he said that is what kept him up at night. It's like the things that you know, the things that you know that you don't know, the things that you don't know that you know, and the things that you don't know that you don't know. I think I said that right. I think I said all four of those right. If I didn't, my bad. But that last bit in particular is where things get very interesting and very spooky because if you think about it, what can you not know that you don't know? Because if you don't know something, if you can at least describe it, could someone tell you about it even if they don't fully know about it? And then you're like, oh, okay, that topic. Well, I don't know much about it, but the way you've just told me about it, I can understand that subject. I can understand that topic, at least its name. So now I don't know it, but I know that I don't know it. There's a basis, isn't it? It's almost like rocket science, isn't it? Oh, I know of rocket science, but I don't know it. So that is something that you don't know. No, that's something that you know that you don't know. You know of rocket science, but you just don't know about it. What the heck is something you don't know that you don't know? Because it might not be in your brain now. That if someone mentions it to you, like, "Oh shit, that, yeah, I don't know about that." But the fact that you brought it up, I know that I don't know about it, but I know of it as a concept. I know of it as a topic, or at least I know the name. Or if I didn't know the name, fair enough. Now I know. So it goes into the category of I don't know that I know. Oh, sorry, I don't know that I know. I'm just gonna start confusing myself now. But it should always go into the third category to me. Even something that you don't know that you don't know. Because as soon as you learn about the fact that you didn't know it, when someone can at least explain its meaning, immediately it becomes a I don't know it, but from you just telling me, I know of it now. So to not know that you don't know something, that's very interesting if you think about it. Because even once you start thinking about like, what do I not know? What do I not? Anything you can think of immediately shifts into the bracket of like, well, I don't know about this. I don't know about making doors, but I know of the process that is needed probably to make doors. Or if I don't, then I know that there is one. So it immediately just goes into that third. I don't even. I'm gonna start rambling about this, but in my brain, it was just so interesting to know that the things you don't know that you don't know will forever stay there. Because even if you catch wind of something that you don't know that you don't know, it then moves out of that bracket. It can't be in there because now you know that you don't know it. Once you don't know that you don't know something, it has to stay in that bracket because it's like nothingness is there. Once something comes out from there, it can't be there anymore from your perspective. So that fourth bracket, I don't know if that's how Neil deGrasse Tyson was think of it, or maybe other scientists, or just other people on Earth. For me, it's always interesting because the harder you try to figure out something about that bracket, whether you learn about it or not, once you get a basis of like, oh, I didn't know that's how glass was made. I didn't know the process of making glass. Before you even start learning about the process now, if you were ever going to do it, it's now immediately shifted out of, oh, I didn't know about glass process of being made. That's already moved out of now, I didn't know that I didn't know. Now that has become, I know that I didn't know. The third bracket. It's like it's so cool. That fourth bracket is so incredibly insane for me. It's almost like I can imagine like in a whole different um, reference. It could be like almost how scientists think of like if they're ever going to discover what dark matter is or dark energy. Like they know of it, but they just don't know it. Not really. So that's in the third bracket. But actually ever being able to learn and decipher and have this secrets to its movements fully patterned, is that truly possible? Is that fourth category truly obtainable? At its core value, I don't think it can be, because the things you don't know that you don't know, it, it must forever stay like that. It just because otherwise it moves categories. That fourth category has to exist there until everything in the universe will be known ever, and then that category would just be obsolete, which would never happen. So that's what's so interesting to me. But yeah, astrophysics. So many great topics like that, and cool astrophysicists, and even TV shows, obviously like Big Bang Theory, like entertainment based, but astrophysics is involved in that as well. And science in general, because when I was in school, science was pretty cool. Like we did triple science and BTech science, but yeah, you're just kind of getting through the day. You're kind of just getting through school in general. But only when I got older could I really appreciate what the heck science really could be. And some of my favorite movies now are science based, like especially the ones that Christopher Nolan does, and not just science but also philosophy. Um, yeah, concepts as well. Um, so yeah, you got Interstellar, you got Inception, you got Tenet. Some of these older works I still need to see, like Prestige, and then you got a lot of TV shows, some great ones as well that integrate technology and science into like modern society and how things could go, where things are going, like Black Mirror. Such a great show. Um, but yeah, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing where science, astrophysics, quantum mechanics take us in the future. AI, that's a whole massive topic unto itself. Where are we going with AI? It's a big one. But yeah, that's it for now. Take care.